Welcome to Framework Fortune and welcome back Framework Fortune community. I'm your host Ben and we've got our co-host H&H Trader Hal in the house with us for tonight's episode of The Last Rip, where we take a look at some of the top gainers on the day and recap any trades that we took and see if there's any trades for tomorrow. Hal, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing okay. I brought my cup of tears tonight. Today was, I don't know. I just had a mental, not a breakdown because I don't have mental breakdowns, but just a mental fart. A lot of human error in my trading today. Usually I keep it more mechanical. And, even though my loss wasn't big, is the fact that usually I have a planned loss. A plan. If the loss is in the plan, I'm okay. But today, man, out of the plan, and I was just out of my head.
It was the choppy day too. We saw a lot of plays rip and then just dump. Some of the ones that did offer some opportunities didn't quite break out as fast as we'd like to see them break out. There's a lot of weird choppiness today. And you can see that in the SPY here, how it opened up and it just dumped. That caused a lot of stocks to just fail in the morning, a lot of breakouts to fail. And then tried to shoot back up, come back to the top of that channel again, so still going sideways. Not really much else to say about it.
So what did you trade today?
I traded a couple things. I was able to get a profit on Whlm. And this was a bit of a tricky one today. Well, there's some extra orders in here because I was showing people how to use the AT ladder, but these orders are just one share orders. That wasn't anything. I got in down here after the 10 adaptive crossed over the purple DMA right there on that little indecision candle, and it did have a quick spike up to 774. It sold off back down to 682, so that was a little bit below my entry, but I held it because that 40 was there, and then it shot back up again. And I tried to hold all the way for the $9 break. I was expecting it to break $9 up here, but it hit $8.95 and it just started coming back down. So I hopped out there on this candle, and I was able to lock in 48 in profit. There's that indecision candle followed by that bearish candle. And then I did jump back in here real quick for 20 shares after I got out of there because I saw it bounce off the 40 and started pushing back up. It looked like it was going to go. We got another red candle followed by that bullish engulfing candle, and it just got slammed there. So I took a small loss on that one because there's only 20 shares. I think I was up 56, so I lost like $8. So 48 in profit. Not anything great there, but I did take two other losses. I'm basically break even on the day.
So the stupid stock that I got in was Eyeg. Ignorant stock. I mean, absolutely ignorant. In this one, on the start, out of the open, it came up and it started to consolidate. You see where it came down those red candles right there?
Yeah, right there.
And then that green candle gave a little upward movement, and then those two smaller red candles, I entered right there for that green push up, 400 shares right there.
Woo!
Yeah, so once it started, I lost 15 cents on those 400 shares, but I'm glad I cut my loss where I did because it kept on dumping, and I was glad I was out.
Yeah, it dumped all the way to 244 before rebounding with very little volume and then having that big spike in after hours. But look, it's dumped down again, back to 261.
Yep.
Yeah, see this daily chart. This is what I'm talking about. Under all EMAs, I'm not trading these stocks anymore because they just don't break out as much. Their probability is low.
It was looking good at the moment, but it just could not continue. The other one that I jumped into was ACY. This was the one I was telling you about.
Okay. This had a good daily chart.
Bro, I know. It looked perfect at the open. Came out. I watched it. It had very low volume the whole day. It only got like 1 million or something shares in the whole day, but got in with 50 shares there, and I accidentally sold out of my position. I was clicking to put in a stop, but I didn't know I had a limit order on there. I accidentally pressed sell, so I thought it was just going to go in as a stop. Then I got in again on the wicking candle. Got in right 40 shares. Yes, 40 shares, and this is where I got mad. because I didn't realize what had happened the first time. So I tried to sell the first time. I was like, oh, okay, my stop must have been too high and I just got stopped out. And I didn't look at the order. It was still on limit. And I exited the same thing, 50 shares and then 40 shares. That's why I got mad.
Oh man, yeah, you
And
did have some human error today.
yeah, so when it came down, I had called out, hey, this thing can go to $18 or $19 today. And look where it went after it came back out of that dip.
Yep. Nice shoot back up to 1988.
Bruh, I could taste blood in my mouth.
And guys, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing to make fun of Hal. I'm laughing because I feel his pain. If you follow me for a while, you've seen I've done that multiple times. Accidentally sold stocks, even accidentally bought stocks. So it's just funny as a trader for a while. When you do something that's stupid and you know it's stupid, you're just like,
yeah,
you gotta laugh at it. I'm sure at the time you were really mad. I would have been too, but now you just gotta laugh at it. So you didn't get anything on this because you sold twice on accident.
Yep, I lost. Let me see. There were two. I lost 8 cents on the first one that I sold out on, and then I gained 1 cent of profit in the second one.
Very nice trade today. This had a good daily chart, man. This was a good play. I mean, you called it right. You called it right too. That's what really sucks. Is it did have that breakup to 20.
Yeah.
But this is the charts I'm looking for. The ones that are above all the EMAs, building up, not looking all crazy and wonky. That's the stuff I like to see. So nice.
I know.
Nice play there. If you could have, not accidentally got out of it, but.
Well, I think somewhat it saved me though, because where I got in, look at the dip where I got in though.
Well, that's true. You'd have been having to hold that. That'd have been scary to try to hold it down that far. So, I mean, yeah, I guess it did save you because this was so volatile.
Mm-hmm. And it was moving it was very poppy. So it was maybe, I think about 300,000 shares were traded on it at that time. So it barely got up to 1 million today. So it was struggling.
Yeah, the top candle was 89,000 in volume on a 5-minute chart. So that's not that much. And that was on this sell-off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and maybe we want to keep on watch for this break of 20. If it breaks 20, it has room to run up to 2168. And then break of that, it's got room all the way up to 38. So I think it's one to keep on watch. I'm going to put it on my watch list. I kind of like it.
I felt it. I had said it before I even entered. I said, man, this thing has the potential to go and touch 18. And boy, I looked back in the afternoon and saw that top and wick where it was. I was like, bruh.
So did you take any more trades today, or
no? That was it. I burned all of my profit on that 400.
Yeah.
I mean, not my profit,
capital.
but my capital. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I took a couple other trades before I got the WHLM win. I did have one more win for $6. And this was looking so good, too. This play was looking wonderful. I got in at 351 at the break of 350 as soon as this big green candle started pushing over the bodies of these two. But it shot up there, and I held it all the way up because it kept testing forward. It tested forward there, got rejected, held the adaptive 10 EMA, and then pushed the 4 again, and it wicked over 4, came back down, held the adaptive again, pushed up over 4 again, and then wicked. And then it had this another little red candle. So at that point, I was like, this is either we're going to have a move down or a move up here, and it's going to be a pretty decent size one. Of course, it followed with a red candle, so I had to get out. I think I put a stop loss in below 365. That's where I put my stop loss in at, in case that 10 cracked. So I got $6 profit on it. But
Nice.
Just could not break that 4. I was holding for it to break.
That's all I was looking for today. Just please break. Please break.
And then I took a trade on OLTK. And this one was looking good. It had a big shoot up in pre-market open and was consolidating this big wedge. And I got in 100 shares at 316. Tried to hop in on this candle when it started breaking over 3. And it just got rejected right there at 325 and shot right straight back down. So I had to hop out. Took a $26 loss on it because it looked like it was going to break. It was another one of those ones. I was like, oh yeah, it's going to break the downtrend and at least test 340 where that high pre-market was, but couldn't even get there.
Yeah, now that's a fade, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, you hold that, you gone.
And then HJLI, I was being a little experimental on this one because that PR was so good. Remember, we talked about it in pre-market.
Yeah.
I got 30 there on these two candles, adding for it to push back up. I was looking for it to break the downtrend because this had that breakthrough designation. And it could not break this downtrend, so it got rejected, and I hopped out on this candle because it was looking like it was going to crack below that support line. And then it come up, so I hopped in there for the break of 8 again, and it got rejected again and just come back down, so I had to get out. So that was a $25 loss. But just a lot of breakdowns today, very few breakouts. I mean, WHLM was...
you know what? WHLM, the only reason it got as much action as it did today is because it's a previous mover.
Yeah.
Because the news was horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Patterns were so unpredictable, and then it goes up there and flat tops. It looks like a plateau on your screen right now.
Right across there. Yeah. Now, Robinhood today went on a big spike. Oh, it's still climbing. So after the IPO and coming back down, this ran today from 37 all the way to 52 here in after hours. So it may even try to push over. Well, no, it'll be gapping up over 50 if it continues to climb or holds above 50. So, I mean, that could be one of those higher ones to watch. But I've seen on a couple of Wall Street Bets Facebook groups, they're talking about trying to short Robinhood because they're mad at Robinhood for the whole GameStop thing that happened when they wouldn't let them sell their shares. So I don't know how big this movement is getting for Robinhood, but they're trying to short Robinhood to like basically the opposite of what they've been doing by catching the hedge funds in short squeezes. Well, so I think they're going to get short squeezed out.
Yeah, I hope that they understand that the difference between trying to buy and just hold and don't sell is you have a floor you can fall to, which is 0. With a short, it's infinite amounts of money you can lose to the top side.
Yeah,
infinite.
Yeah, like I said, it was just a couple of Facebook groups that are Wall Street Bets named. Now the AMC has pretty much died. There's still some people out there who are holding AMC and think that it's going to come back up one day. Maybe it will in 10 years or something. Who knows? But
if they do short it, I'll buy the bottom.
Yeah. So I don't know. This is a game that you don't want to play with Wall Street. That's all I'm going to say. So even though it is getting action, I'm going to stay away from it until the hype dies down. There may be some big rips. Hell, it may run to 150, but to me, it's just too risky. Too much shenanigans with it. Plus, like I said, I don't like Robinhood's app, so I don't really want to give them anything. Other than that, do we have any other top gainers? ARCT, Therapeutics Company. They got approval for a trial application for a COVID vaccine. So, yeah, big spike from 40 up to 61. And it is a little bit higher price, but it is only 26 million shares. And it made that big move on 10 million in volume. So, looking at it on the daily chart, it's now above all the EMAs. And if it was to continue to get action, if it broke over 65, it's got room all the way up to 89 to this plateau right here. So previous was a high of 129, so that could be one to keep on watch. And FLGC, I finally sold that yesterday, the last 10 shares I had, and then today it ripped up. Had a big rip from 7 to 14.74.
How much were you up?
I'd originally traded this last week back here.
Oh, so you were down on the position?
No, I wasn't down at all. I bought 100.
I see it now.
Yeah, I bought 100 at 575 and then 50 at 575, 50 at 596, and then I sold a bunch of it, mostly all of it, in this big rip last Wednesday. And so I've been holding that 10 shares. I held it over the weekend and everything and held it through yesterday. And then yesterday it started dipping right there. Let's see, where's that? Right there. It started dipping. So I just sold it to lock in the rest of the profit, and then today it explodes. So that's all right. You know, I was a little bit early on the trigger. I should have been a little more patient. But FLGC, that one I was saying to keep on watch, getting a nice move up, all the way up to 15, newer IPO.
Well, tomorrow I got time to play with the market. So we're going to play. We're going to be patient. We're going to, me and DB and One Life, we're going to grab our popcorn and sit down with some juice, and we're going fishing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a week to where you got to be cautious, and waiting out that first 30 minutes is pretty key. This morning, the problem I had was I ended up getting in all 4 of those stocks I traded at the same time, just about. I was in all 4 of them at once. and it was because multiple of them had good setups. Getting one, and then I'd see that one start consolidating. I'd look at another one, but I'm gonna hop in this one too. This is good timing and all that. And just too much to deal with that first 30 minutes. I mean, too much volatility in that first 30 minutes to try to take that many positions or even take any positions, to be honest. So.
Yeah, that's what my friend was talking about. His trades today, it was like he was seeing everything and he was rushing positions and everything because he was flipping through and seeing all the action. Yep, and almost $600 lost.
Shoo! Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I was happy to break even today, pretty much. So I was
happy with my $60. Hey, I do that any day rather than that. 500. Like, I can understand if it was Nero, you know, people are drunk on power, but
no, today the market's real choppy so far to start off this week. Just as choppy as it has been, if not maybe a little more. I think that's it for tonight's episode of The Last Strip. If you guys haven't checked out the website yet, go check that out, frameworkfortune.com. Go check out H&H Traders channel and check out the live streams we both do in the morning on the separate channels, and we also have each other's audio on for the first 30 minutes before the market opens so we can talk out our war strategies and how we're going to conquer the day. Appreciate everybody joining us as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.